What's up, gamers? Welcome to the show where I keep you guys updated on the latest in gaming news. But before we get into today's gaming news, it's time for the clip of the day.
Clip of the day.
So yeah, that was our clip of the day for today, but now let's get straight into our gaming news. And our first news report of the day is coming to us from Bethesda, because the dev team's thrown up a new teaser website with a countdown timer. And that's right, guys, it looks like it's heading towards the first footage of Fallout 4. We can pretty much tell that this is going to be for Fallout 4 because this is the famous please stand by loading screen from previous games, and if we take a look at the source code from the website, we can see that Fallout appears multiple times. So this is pretty much 100% confirming that this will be leading to the announcement trailer for Fallout 4 or some kind of trailer for the lead up to the full reveal at E3. Now, at the time that I'm recording this video, the timer is at 12 hours and 32 minutes. However, by the time this video goes up, there'll probably only be a couple more hours left until the countdown hits 0. Now, the countdown timer will hit 0 at 10 AM Eastern Time on June the 3rd, and if you want to be there exactly when the timer hits 0, you can either head to the website or you can head to Bethesda's Twitch channel, because the same standby screen has been live for the past 12 hours and is most likely going to lead straight into the reveal as soon as the timer hits 0. So this is really exciting, especially if you're fully into the Fallout series, and in a couple of hours from now, we're going to know exactly what's up next in the series. So make sure you guys keep an eye out on that countdown timer. But now to our next news piece of the day, and it's about Steam, and specifically about Steam's refund system, because in the past, pretty much how it worked on Steam was that as soon as you bought a game or a piece of DLC or anything through the platform, and say you changed your mind and didn't want the game anymore, then it was impossible to get a refund at all. Like, even if you accidentally bought it or the game didn't run properly on your system, then you still couldn't claim a refund. However, today Valve changed their refund policy, and now Steam's going to issue refunds for games and DLC for any reason at all. Pretty much the only constraints on the new refund policy is that the refund request needs to be made within 14 days of the purchase, and there has to be less than 2 hours played on the game that's been bought. So pretty much now, if you buy a game and you don't really like it, then you can now claim for a refund and you'll get the full amount back once the refund's been approved. So this is actually really good news and sets a really good precedent for Sony and Microsoft to bring a similar policy to games purchased through their online services. However, there's one thing that Valve also made a point of, and it's to do with abusing the whole refund system. Basically, what they've said is that if anyone's seen abusing the system to get free games, then the ability to attain refunds is going to be removed from their account. So if you were like me and you were thinking, hey, couldn't you just exploit the shit out of this and get a ton of pretty much free trials for games, then Valve's already thought of people doing this and we're not going to be able to. But nonetheless, that's still really good news from Steam, and the next time you log into Steam, an update's going to take place and you're going to have access to the new refund system. But moving away from Steam and to our final news report of today's show, and it's coming to us from Sony, because it looks like we're going to be getting an updated version of the PlayStation 4 console. According to the Federal Communications Commission, Sony just registered a couple of new PlayStation 4s. Now, these are most likely not redesigns of the entire console. However, one thing worth noting is that one of the new models includes a 1TB hard drive, which is a pretty significant upgrade from the standard 500GB that the current models have. A few other changes include a slight reduction in the watts generated, as well as the new model weighing 2.5 kilograms compared to the old model that weighed 2.8 kilograms. Now, these are unlikely to be complete redesigns of the PlayStation console, because if they were redesigns, this number right here on the model number would have been changed to a 2. But instead, the second number on the model number has been changed, indicating that there's only going to be changes to the internal components for this model. However, due to there being some pretty major changes to the hard drive size with this new model, there's most likely going to be an announcement about the new model, which I'm guessing is going to be happening at E3. What I'm sort of hoping for is that Sony and Microsoft actually both announce some slim versions of their consoles at E3. There's been a couple of rumors and sort of leaks about slim versions coming out, but there hasn't been anything official yet. But I seriously think, especially if Microsoft announced a slim version for the Xbox One, it would actually do pretty well, and a lot of people would be interested because the current Xbox One, as we all know, takes up quite a lot of room because it's massive. So a slim version of the Xbox One would actually do really well, and it would just be cool to have. So hopefully they announce some slim versions of the console at E3, because if they are currently in the works, then they're definitely going to be announced at E3. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's gaming news. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, and stay gaming. In particular is actually pretty cool, and it's the Xbox One app that's going to be a part of Windows 10. Basically, the app included with Windows 10 is going to act like a sort of extension from our Xbox Ones to our PCs. Some of the cooler features of the app include the ability to be able to stream